Hello everybody, this is Gareth Goon Speaks back here with another video. I'd like you to hit the subscribe bar, give me a thumbs up if you like the video, or hit the notification bell to be notified when I post my next post. Or else you can look me up at my website, which is www.garethcahoon.co.uk. Or if you'd like to support the ministry, you can do so through PayPal, garethcahoon3@gmail.com. This one is about Hamas pre-war media propaganda campaign revealed in documents seized by IDF in Gaza. Elements of the propagandist campaign was carried out successfully during the Gaza war. Records recovered by the IDF in Gaza show that Hamas exercises extensive control over supposedly independent Palestinian news outlets. A news report from the Mayor Amit Intelligence and Terrorism Information Center based on seized documents show a multi-year plan to subordinate Palestinian media outlets to a coordinated propaganda campaign aimed at influencing Israelis and fomenting negative sentiment towards Israel internationally. The documents demonstrate that Hamas had administrative and financial control over several Palestinian news outlets, which were presented as being independent media. The report published by Mir Amit Center shows that the level of detail and planning behind the propaganda campaign, which Hamas viewed as an integral part of its fight against Israel. One of the documents used to make the report, titled the 2022 Operational Plan of the Islamic Resistance Movement Hamas Gaza District, shows that the plans for the terror group's media activities between 2022 and 2025. Among the activities of the plan were the dissemination of fake news and funding of targeted ads to Israeli audiences, the operation of satirical pages to mock Israeli leaders and national symbols, an attempt to demonize and spread doubt in the Israeli public. Additionally, the plan included aggressive campaign targeting Arab countries and elements that promote normalization with Israel, including the creation of blacklists and public denunciations. The media campaign plan was approved by the department's director Ali Al Moody, a close associate of Yahya Sinwar, who was also released with Sinwar in 2011. Gilad Shalit prisoner release. The two figures and gotten to know each other while in prison together before their release. Despite his important role in creating the media department and drafting the detailed 25-point plan, Al-Amoudi was rarely seen in public. He was reportedly killed in a series of strikes on Hamas senior figures 2 months into the October 7th Gaza war. The media defined the two of the most important projects as strengthening the Palestinian narrative, creating a media discourse targeting the foreign audience, and strengthening the psychological warfare of the media against adversaries and enemies. The plan defined 25 media activity areas, each with its own plans and tables, along with tasks and subtasks, and estimated pricing for each activity. The documents reveal that Hamas generally divided up its target audiences into 4 distinct groups: the Palestinian people, the broader Arab and Muslim world, the international community outside the Middle East, and the Israeli public. It identifies ways to adapt the framing of each message to each target audience. For example, while Islamic jihadist terminology might be appropriate for the Palestinian or Muslim audience, the same message would employ humanitarian or justice-focused terminology when targeting the broader international community. The documents also demonstrate how Hamas chose each media outlet for disseminating different messages. A message for the Palestinian or broader Muslim Arab audience might be released through official Hamas owned outlets such as Al Rishala, Palestine, Al Aqsa TV, and Al Aqsa Radio. The Palinto website, Palestinian Information Center, the Aziz al-Din al-Qassam Brigade website, and official Telegram channels. However, when the terror group wanted independent outlets to carry the message, it would be published on sites such as the Shahab and Safa news agencies, local radio stations, or through independent Palestinian journalists, or through independent or on social media. Many of these so-called independent journalists were given training in the use of the tools and improving their English language abilities by Hamas. The documents revealed that the latter agencies were financially independent of Hamas and received detailed instructions for Hamas regarding media activities. Normalization with Israel was a topic of particular concern for Hamas, and the plan called for an aggressive strategy of disparaging the idea through recruiting Arab journalists to oppose the idea in editorials and opinion pieces, using media figures to call for boycott, social media campaigns against normalization, and even creating whitelists and blacklists of public personalities based on their stance on normalization. While al-Mahmoud was killed early in the war, many of the strategies defined in his plan were carried out during the conflict, as seen in multiple stories attempting to depict humanitarian crisis in Gaza, or the released footage showing the targeting and killing of IDF soldiers during the war. Each of these programs used elements of the plan developed under al-Amoudi. So this is just Hamas being as vindictive as it possibly can in their delegitimization of Israel. But what many people don't know is that the was actually in an Israeli prison, and he had a brain tumor, and Israel medically helped him get rid of that tumor, and parts of his brain were affected because the tumor was so big when it was removed. But instead of him going back to his country and praising Israel for giving him a second chance, he went in and orchestrated the October 7th massacre. So that was the thanks that Israel got for curing a cancerous tumor in his brain. And he goes and kills 1,200 men, women and children, and up till now over 800 IDF soldiers have been killed. So instead of this man showing Israel love for healing him, he went right back to his original standard of hate, delegitimization of Israel, and cursing Israel, and doing a massacre. This is the kind of people that Israel let out in a peace deal. Shame on them. Shalom, Maranatha, and Hallelujah.